No,
There is
no
no
music yet.
I will start some music.
Sounds good.
Huzzah.
How is
Sirius
this
is being
music?
so annoying.
There it
I heard
is.
purring for
yeah.
a second.
Yeah, he's way too close to the mic. I apologize.
If I scream mid-sentence, it's because of a leg cramp.
Oh.
Of
Okay.
a cramp?
Okay.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I had a real weird day yesterday. Story for another time.
Did you get a uterus?
What?
So
What?
Not before me, don't.
here's the thing.
Because that's the part of me that normally, like,
I was just gonna say, I don't think you can go out and buy those.
You'd be surprised, actually, what you can get if you know the right people.
It's all about who you know, and I know Crackle. Sap, Crackle, Ash, and Pop.
go on, Joe. We're waiting. You had a really weird night last night.
No, it wasn't interesting. I just,
You're having cramps. Something happened.
No, so, okay. I was really tired. I was counting on school being canceled yesterday. Like, I knew that it wasn't going to be, but, like, part of my brain was like, it might be. You should stay up until 2:30, so that's what I did. And, and so I had to wake up at 6. Anyway, I went to bed, like, as soon as I got home from work. I woke up, went to work at school yesterday, got home, tried to watch Aquaman, and fell asleep in my chair, like, here, after, like, 15 minutes, and I was like, oh, this isn't working, I just need to take a nap. I was so exhausted. And so I was supposed to work at 6 this morning, and I wake up, it's pitch black, I look at my phone, 5:45. I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm late. God damn it. And as I do that, my fucking calf starts to cramp, and I'm like, God, no! And I'm like, I can't even, like, run out the door. I have to, like, wait this thing out, and I'm pissed. And so I finally get that done, and I look at my phone again, and yeah, it's like 10 to 6 p.m. Same day. Like, you fuck. And so then I went back to bed again, and I didn't wake up until like 3:30 this morning. I slept like almost the whole day.
To be fair,
Did you call in sick at least?
No, I went to work today.
Oh my god.
The American dream.
That's awful.
that's actually, you know, good for you. That's a lot of sleep that you probably needed, though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
That
woke up
being
with a
said-
terrible headache and neck ache once, and I was like, oh, now we're in for it. We've overslept. And I was like, you know what fixes that is sleeping some more. So I slept off my oversleeping and woke up feeling refreshed. And then,
I've done that.
yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
That was like last night. Me and Ash at like 2 o'clock in the morning was like, we haven't seen Joe at all today.
Yeah.
hope he's okay.
I came home and just, yeah.
He's
I left
dead
the
in
world.
a ditch somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, see, there was a slight fear there because we know you had bad weather, and that the last
Yeah, it's
time
just
that I had
cold.
heard from you, it was just before you would have left school.
Yeah.
It was just like, well, we'll
Did
see
you
if
guys
he
have a
shows up
hurricane?
Saturday.
No, just frigid, cold temps, 20 below, before the wind chill.
In Fahrenheit, in Imperial.
Yeah.
He means this in Imperial.
It's like,
It's not too bad.
yeah, it'll be worse next week. They might actually cancel a day of school. Who knows?
Who knows?
You know when they canceled my school?
Thank
When there
you,
was a
so
nuclear
fast.
explosion.
Yeah.
I
Haven't had
never
any of
got
those here
snow
yet,
days.
but yeah, it's
Yeah.
so rare.
I've
The
I've
only reason
never
that we
had
do
a
is because
snow
so
day.
many schools are on a hill that, like, it's hard for transportation. Like, that's the only time, like, the only reason that we do is, yeah.
Yeah, but you also live in a country that every time it snows, Norwegians rally around the television and laugh.
Why?
Like, because you don't have, like, in Norway, we have laws. Like, by the 14th of October, you have to change into, like, winter tires on your car.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will
Yeah.
just lose your fucking license.
Yeah.
And there's, like, every road needs to be drivable by 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, I see
By
now.
law.
I see now why you laugh, because everybody
Yeah.
gets into accidents.
And like watching
We ain't gonna put on snow tires.
like-
That ain't freedom.
yeah, and watching like footage from when it snows in New York,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
we're snowed in,
And
like
buses
you
are like
see
sliding
cars
down the
slip
hills.
and
Yeah, but like
sliding
in fairness,
into
like,
a cop car, and we're like,
Yeah. New Yorkers are not the same as Minnesotans when it comes to driving, and Minnesotans are not the same as northern Minnesotans when it comes to driving in the snow. It's a special breed of insanity that gets us out there and not dying, and we're
True.
damn good at it.
To be fair, I got my driver's license in a blizzard in the middle
Yeah.
of winter. Like, that was just how it worked.
I did run into the back of a cop once going down a
Ooh.
really steep hill, but it was like literally like brakes were just locked up. Like, and it was like
Yeah.
a mile an hour, and I just like looked out the window, like stuck my head out, and he did the same thing, just kind of waved, like, yeah, what are you gonna do?
Oh, sorry there.
Oh, sorry about that, buddy.
He pulls a gun on you. Out of the car!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, he wasn't one of those guys. Thank
These
God.
days.
Well, you're white, so.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah,
I have that going for me.
You're
know.
all
what
right.
a silly mistake. You're
I can
right.
run into a cop car. It doesn't matter, just waves.
Just wave.
Oh no.
He motions
There's a
at you
Modest
to pull
Mouse
down.
song about that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay,
Yes.
so who would like to do the recap for last session? Who really needs inspiration?
I have inspiration
Some of
already.
us
I don't
down
want
in
to
the
take
pit.
it from someone, but
Yeah,
I
maybe
will
someone in the pit.
if I need
Look,
to.
Like, I just shout out some volunteers. Who wants to do the recap? You know what's in it for you.
Should I
Okay,
give it a
so
try?
What
Yeah.
happened was,
Uh-huh.
I don't remember other than what we did to poor Sigrid, which was the worst.
Okay.
You get -1 inspiration.
Yes.
Brooke.
That's fine. I didn't have any.
Okay. So,
Yes, then.
we start. There are new people in Wildmount. And they're like all clericy and good and stuff. And we're trying to solve the seal puzzle. And Brooke gets acquainted with everybody and makes friends with everybody but Riven so far. And then we all kind of convince Sigrid, like, hey, we're just gonna give some blood to the seal. It's not gonna hurt you. You know, we'll just heal you right away. And then the seal kind of chomps her arm. And then Maya does Dimension Door and blips her away, also from her arm.
Sans an arm, it's fine.
And then the entire seal gate underneath opens up. Brooke, Sigrid, and
Maya.
Maya, we all fall down. But Sigrid's not dead yet.
Only unconscious, without an
Oh.
arm.
Without an arm, yes. Yeah. Is that about it?
That sounds about correct, and we shall start this session like so. Top
That's
side.
good.
Riven, Jamorn, and Polesh, you have just seen your friends fall. Splat. I don't say splat because they turned into a gelatinous substance. They seem to have hit water.
Oh.
Okay. I'm still a very long way away.
Yeah.
So I would have
wow.
seen that happen and seen them fall in. And I think I would have probably initiated the thing that we talked about at that point as I'm like walking toward it to see what's going on down there, because like clearly this went a lot further than I thought it was going to.
The thing that we talked about just before session?
Yeah.
Or okay, so you're ascending?
Yes.
Check. Tolesh and Riven, what do you do?
How much does Telesh weigh?
Give me a second. I'm just
A lot.
Well, not that lot.
He is a big man with scale.
Well,
If
true,
I was to turn into a giant eagle, could I carry him?
Yes,
yes.
Okay.
he is still a
Riven-
medium creature.
Riven wild shapes into a giant eagle, picks up Telesh by the shoulders, and they fly down. That's what she's doing as quickly as she can.
Wonderful.
And in the pit, let's see, Brooke, what are you doing?
Brooke is going to immediately, like, wobble over to Sigrid and just spare the dying real.
Can you post Spirit of Dying?
Yes, I can.
Not what I
Gives
had
a
in
lot
mind.
of information, doesn't it?
At least it's something to be desired, I would say.
I didn't put that in. That
It's
was
fine.
literally roll 20. If
Uh,
I remember correctly, it
I
just.
feel like no one uses this
It's-
fucking
yeah,
cantrip.
it stabilizes her immediately,
Yes.
and
Unless she's
Uh,
undead or a robot.
she is neither undead nor a robot. There is still like
Thank goodness.
spurts of blood weekly pumping out from her shoulder where an arm used to be attached.
Her little
That's not
stump.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it-
Like she does have an arterial bleed.
You gotta fix that.
Very quick.
Maya, what are
Push
you doing?
things out.
I guess I'll just go over by Brooke and Sigrid and just apply pressure to that arm for now.
Lack thereof.
Yeah. Try and tourniquet the stump.
Sure. Give me a medicine check.
Okay.
Where did she lose it, by the way, again?
In the to the throat of the
In the
dragon.
maw of the Ouroboros.
No.
Yeah.
Like, what portion of her arm is still there versus what isn't there anymore?
It's gone like halfway between her elbow and her shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So she's still,
So-
there's some arm there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
Not a
the bone
lot.
ripped as well, or has?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. At this point, I feel like it's mainly you just shoving shit towards like the pumping. Like you're not thinking about clamping the bleed or anything. You're just like, I'm gonna
Okay.
shove this piece of fabric in there and hope for the best.
I just get knocked stupid from like a incredibly long fall, so
Yeah,
Mhm.
and you're also hurting real bad.
Yeah.
And apparently in the water.
In water.
apparently
Yeah.
in some
Yeah.
water. I hope it's like a standing amount of water and we're not like having to tread.
No, like it's not super deep. It comes up to about your waist.
Okay.
Oof.
And we've made sure Sigrid can breathe.
Yeah.
And pulled her slightly away from the water that will continuously make her bleed more.
I got a medicine check of 5. I don't know what you want from me.
You just hear
Um,
screeches above from an eagle.
Yeah, just an eagle yelling.
Yeah. What you see appears to be a natural cavern. There is some water, like a small underground river. It probably has an outlet here somewhere. Or it could just be the massive amounts of water that has been dispersed in the soil here over the past few days. But the whole, water elemental ritual. The ground is covered with moss and fungi. There are a few plants who are bioluminescent, and it's quite a bit down. Judging the distance, I mean, it's a bit tricky, but you would say that you fell at least 100. Probably closer to like 200. 100.
Fair.
And you do see the shadow of a giant eagle swooping down towards.
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
But now that she is stable, we can close down the turn order. Jamorn is running towards the opening.
Yes.
And Riven and Tolesh, give me perception check.
Ooh, I got eagle eyes. I got advantage on this.
Oh, wonderful.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make out the shapes of Maya, Brooke, and Sigrid at the bottom. The cave is quite large. And it has you don't see any signs of a living thing. But you're in like the widest portion of it, and it seems to like narrow and trail off into dark.
Oh, wonderful.
Does the water seem like it's flowing?
Yes, in that direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once I'm at like a safe distance to like set Telesh down, I will like let go of him.
Yeah, there's
that he
a
can.
couple of ledges that's like you don't have to drop him in the water.
Yeah. I will put him down safely and then like
Collect them.
I will pop like out of wild shape as close as possible to Sigrid and the other two.
Okay. Yeah, you see Sigrid is obviously unconscious.
Still
Which is
bleeding.
probably a good thing. Still bleeding. And the blood is coloring the water red at an alarming rate.
I will rush over and try and like not even she doesn't say anything, just kind of like sees that Maya isn't doing what needs to be done and will immediately like take over.
Why don't you roll me a medicine check?
I shall.
Can Brooke help?
Helping is an action, so if you want to help rather than do something, then you absolutely.
Don't do it.
No.
What did I get? 25.
Yeah, so I feel like you push Maya and her rag away, and you're like quickly like finding the source of the bleed and like pinching the artery shut with your fingers. It's pretty much the only thing that you have.
I have seen sailors get their arms bit off by sharks before. I know how to deal with a lack of limb.
Tolesh, what is you doing?
Well, I've been dropped up on the ledge. I'm really, really hoping that Riven is going to be collecting them and getting them out of the water and, to me. So for now, I'm waiting. If not, well, I'm
I mean, you're close by. Like you could probably help pull them out of the water.
wonderful.
Like you're just
Yep.
on the ledge next.
Wonderful. If I'm that close, then yes, I will go out and I will attempt to help get everyone out.
Start
Carry
pulling
some-
people.
Yeah. I mean, I can probably,
Yeah,
like,
it's
one on each shoulder, like,
it's slippery. Like it's hard to get out because it's like you're wet and it's covered with moss and it gets more slippery the wetter you guys are.
Oh, I'm fine.
Slippery when wet. And meanwhile, Jamorn, you've rushed to the opening and can peer down. And
Yeah.
you can't really see what's happening in the bottom. Like you're
No.
in daylight and they're in dim light, and it's quite a distance.
It's a
down.
long way, yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody's down there.
Mm-hmm.
Except for me.
Everyone but you.
I would send to Maya with the sending stone and ask, like, if she's okay, if they're okay, and wait for a response, because if she's unconscious, then she will
You're jumping in. No.
No.
Yeah, Maya, you get the sending on your stone.
I'll respond. We're all alive. Sigurd's in a bad way, but she's currently stable. There's no imminent danger. Maybe a mumbled, God, my ribs hurt.
Okay.
And that's what you get back. Up here, like the seal itself is gone. Like that shit fell down, and it's like you guys can see it around you down here, shattered into stone pieces. And on top side, like a lot of the clerics and the guards are like, holy shit, did you see that? That thing just came alive and fucking chomped her arm off. Are they okay? What the fuck happened? And like other people are rushing to the ledge as well, and like there's yelling and hollering, and people are starting to bring out ropes and stuff.
I need supplies.
I think the first thing I would do is, after getting the sending that they're all okay, I would look for Deannie and tell her that they all lived, but also, what the fuck? I thought you were taking, like, a drop. This is not what we signed up for.
And she's like, that was the plan, literally a drop. How would... There was nothing to indicate that the seal would come alive and attack her.
I mean, okay. You guys don't really know much about this, do you?
The seal? No. I mean, this is not the seal that we have described in our writings.
It's not.
No, the seal in our writings is...
The other one.
Yes. Ios.
So we have to get you to that, is what you're telling me.
Well, we have to get all of us to it. Preferably with all our limbs intact.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, I find that kind of funny but not everybody else is going to, so don't repeat that joke.
I'm sorry. Common is my second.
It's okay. It's fine. It's just she's familiar with Balesh.
Are they even...
I don't really know. It was a childhood thing, and we came here to rescue her, so I think.
Oh,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure.
Well, your relationship dramas aside, are they alive?
Yeah.
Well, we need to get them out. Preferably in one piece.
So again with... Okay, I mean, we have rope. We have people that can turn into things. Why don't we just... We could just tell them to come back up. Should we just shout down the hole? I'm just gonna try to shout down the hole. Yeah.
Meanwhile, down there, what is happening?
Raven like looks directly at Brooke and goes, "You're a cleric, aren't you?"
I don't have.
What do you need?
I don't have a prayer.
What do you need?
I know Deanne brought supplies from our temple.
Maya, can you go back up to the top of the cave?
I can.
Holy water and a prayer wheel. Deanne will know what to do.
Alright, I'll polymorph into giant eagle and go back up.
Yeah, and like... At this point, you start hearing voices, but it's like fragmented and echoey, like it's quite a narrow opening, and it's like... You! K! Work! Thing! Like, it's hard to make out what they're saying, like, it's... And also, it would be really hard to shout anything meaningful back up. Because the cave acts like a natural echo chamber. But everyone on top side do see a big bird flying back up. It is not yellow.
What?
It is not the big bird, but a big bird comes flying out of the opening of the hole.
Is this Ribbon?
It's Maya.
It's Maya. Okay.
I'm
Yeah, that's-
gonna drop my polymorph too when I'm like on solid ground.
And you see Deanne and Jamorn standing close together, and there's a bunch of people, and they're like all working on splicing rope, and like someone's like pulled out like a pulley system that they're trying to get together. It's a full-scale rescue operation up here.
Deanne, good, I found you.
Yes, I
we
am
need
here.
supplies to fix Sigurd's arm.
What do you need?
Brooke said she needed a prayer wheel and holy water. And I don't know any other clerical supplies.
Deanne has like a pouch, and she kind of just like tears it off her belt, and just tosses it to you. It's all in there.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm going back down there. Jamorn, do you want to come?
If you need me, sure.
I'm not sure, but we might explore down there a bit when everyone's stable. I mean, we'll have to have opened it for a reason.
Okay. I mean, kind of, no offense, look like shit. Do you think that we should maybe take care of that
Convene
before
up
we
here?
explore up here? Yeah.
Maybe.
I can't imagine that anyone else is doing better.
Probably not.
I'll stay here. If you need me to come down, I can.
Okay. Then guess I'll go back into Giant Eagle form. That's my 4th level slot's done. And then fly back down.
And yeah, it like the entire thing took less than a minute. Flying up, getting the supplies, coming
Sure.
back down.
And drop polymorph again when I'm back down. Give the component pouch to Brooke.
Brooke's gonna dig through and then just immediately start casting regenerate.
It has a casting time of a minute. What does it look like as you cast it, right?
So Brooke has like tribal tattoos all over her body that are in face, and they're just gonna start like pulsing, and gradually as she gets full concentration of the spell, they're just gonna illuminate as if she casted a light cantrip on her tattoo.
Nice. Yeah, you all see Brooke starting this casting. I think during that minute, Tolash has helped pull everyone out of the river, so you're all like working on the riverbed. And after a minute, the bleeding slows down and stops completely.
It's not just because she's out of blood, right?
No.
The skin has slowly started to heal, basically.
Yeah, like it seems to be like knitting itself together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like her arm slowly like starts like reforming from the stump. And after a couple of minutes, her arm is back. Not even a tiny Deadpool arm. It's like an actual arm.
Oh,
All right. I'll take Sigrid up first, and then I'll come
Please.
back and get each one of you. All right? Wait, as a giant eagle, how many people can I take and comfortably fly?
Like the opening is like the narrowest part here. So I'd say you could probably take 2 people
Okay.
comfortably.
I will take of Brooke and Maya, who looks more injured.
I don't know.
Brooke looks like a 40 on a scale of 130.
How
I
does
look like
Maya...
a 7 on a scale of 100.
Alrighty.
7%
So,
okay.
Maya goes.
yeah. So, Riven will turn into a giant eagle and then like bow down so that Maya can get onto her back, as well as hold Sigrid comfortably on her back as well. Because I
Mhm.
really don't want to claw grasp someone who is healing still.
Valid. Very
Yep.
valid.
Yeah.
You know, Brooke's just gonna real quickly shoot a healing word at Maya, just like a blip.
Okay. And
Oh boy, 6.
a good looking word. And then I will do my best to not very jostly take off and then fly up to take them to
Yeah.
the top of the cave.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long to get to the top of the cave and land when you're like a safe distance away from the opening,
Yeah.
and let Maya and Sigrid slide off your back.
Yes. And then I will straight back down into the cavern to go and get the other two. I will let Brooke ride on my back, but I will again take Telesh by the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
He is a
Fair.
much larger man.
Fair.
Yes. And then I will bring them up, and then as soon as they are safely up and away from the opening of the cavern, I will pop Wild Shape.
Yeah, at this point, Sigrid is like coming to.
Mm-hmm. Is there any... I mean, I'm assuming there are men of the house around.
There's plenty of guards people.
Yeah, as soon as I'm like at the top again and out of Wild Shape, if they haven't already started to like find a way to bring her back to the castle, that's my first thing, is to just like point at two of them and be like, you come here, figure out a way to get her back to the castle and to some healers. I don't care what you do. She needs to be away from here.
Well, currently, like the guards have like they've been in rotation here, so they have tents and stuff.
Okay.
So like they're like hustling, bringing all the injured into the tents. Like they're all wet and just getting people warm again in front of fires, putting people in warm clothes.
Oh wait,
that's what
in the water. Yeah, that's
like, that's
yeah,
what's
Riven
happening
just
right
wants to-
now.
Good. That's what needs to happen.
And there's like a couple of minutes of frantic activity. Sigrid is coming to. She's quite scared. Who would be the person closest?
Definitely not Riven.
Probably me.
Yeah, like as her arm has reformed, takes a minute or two, and then you can sort of like feel her hands start clutching your arm, and her eyes open, and she looks at you. What happened?
Whew. Yeah, it's an interesting story, and I want to start by saying that you're okay.
Did I just get eaten by a fucking dragon?
Kind of. The seal kind of came to life, but we saved, and the seal's gone.
Well, thank heavens for small mercies, I guess. Is everyone else okay?
A little beat up, but I think we're okay. Are you feeling better? How's your arm?
It feels weird.
Feels brand new.
Yeah.
Can she move all fingers?
Yeah, she's like opening, like making a fist and opening. Like
Well,
getting used to the sensation.
weird is better than painful, right?
I guess so. God, that was terrifying. It felt like I was on fire.
Really? Like, all over?
Yeah. Like I was burning.
Do you still feel that way?
No. For a second, it was like everything in me ignited.
Oh.
And it didn't hurt.
Huh.
I mean, I could see him and what he was doing, and I could feel it, kind of. Its fangs in my arm, and it should hurt, didn't?
You want to do it again?
No.
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
That's fine then.
Oh,
This is a
God.
whole second seal.
I'm so tired.
Well, rest. We have a lot to do, but you need rest.
Okay.
Brooke's gonna lean over to Jamorn and just whisper, was she magical before at all?
I don't think so. Why? Does she know?
We're gonna find out.
Okay.
So, Brooke's just real quick gonna try to sneak and cast a detect magic on.
Can you post detect magic, please? It's like going blind. Like everything is like Maya, Riven, you, Jamorn, you all light up, but Riven has like a soft teal light. Maya's is more vibrant. There's a green tinge, and it's not very bright from Jamorn. Like everyone has magical equipment, it all lights up in the appropriate colors. But Sigrid is like lightning.
Oh.
Like it sort of arches out from her, and like seeing the magic, you can sort of like it is like static electricity. It's just coming from her body
Oh dear.
in little bursts.
Now, with how learned Brooke is on religion and arcana, would she be completely off base in assuming that Sigrid just got possessed by something very powerful?
It would be a bit of a leap. You don't. Magic operates on the wheel. And there are certain, like, possession is definitely something that can happen. But it has a unique, specific aura. From this, like, from what Sigrid, it looks like someone just opened the top of her head and poured some of the weave directly into her. Like, it doesn't have a school. It's not a spell. It's just magic. Like,
Oh,
all of the magic.
just raw magic.
Yeah. No school, no training. Like, this is, like, the closest thing would maybe be a sorcerer, but like they have an innate understanding and control over their powers. Like, Sigrid's not magic. Her body's definitely, like, something's happening to her. And
like how wild sorcerers get blessed by a certain event or things, that's the most similar thing to this.
Yeah, but that's kind of like comparing a birthday candle to the power generated by New York.
Great.
Yeah. You're pretty sure the human body is not meant to accommodate this. I hate
God damn it,
though.
T-Rex.
Okay. Jamor. Is now Sigrid has walked away, correct?
Like, you're all
Yes.
standing around her bedside, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
But she has been given permission to sleep, and she's, like, slightly curling over to her side. She does look exhausted.
Right. I would like to talk to everybody outside while Sigrid rests. Would that?
Yeah. I'll head out.
Yes. That'd be fine.
So are you staying behind, Polash? With Sigrid?
While she's probably trying to sleep, he will just put a hand on hers and just give it a gentle squeeze before leaving to allow her some rest for now.
Yeah, she falls asleep, like, pretty, like, you said she could sleep. She kind of turns over.
Yeah.
And as you all come out of the little tent into daylight.
Brooke is just kind of scratching her forehead, like, oh, how do I? So... she's magical.
She's what?
It was the strangest thing. It's just raw magic that's just coming from her like a spark.
Okay.
Is it dangerous?
Well, it's not how... it's not how I've learned about possession. It doesn't sound like it would relate to that much at all from what I've learned. But it worries me because I've never seen this.
Perhaps that's just what it looks like when you're the living seal.
Perhaps coming into contact with the seal has probably done something to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should keep a close eye on her, though, just to make sure that she recovers from this ordeal. It's a lot.
I'll say the unpopular thing. What if we didn't let something happen that should have? I don't know what that would have been.
Well, from the glimpse that I got, it wasn't that the magic was eating her. It wasn't taking anything from her. Just from what I saw. It's possible, you know, with all these prophecies and things. I think we should just keep a close eye, make sure she's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
At this point, I think like Brooke and Maya, you're both like you're still in wet clothes. You're pretty pooped. You feel like you need to sit down and preferably get some warm clothes on.
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, you survived that fall. Let's not die to pneumonia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brooke's
I
just
feel like
gonna.
I'm pressed to digitate our clothes, right?
That would be. But Brooke's just gonna real quick just peek in the tent just to make sure that Sigrid is still sleeping, still hunky dory.
Give me a perception. There's something off about her. Like she's sleeping. She's breathing. But there's the pallor of her skin is very pale. And she definitely has a temperature.
Oh. I think someone should stay with her.
I'll do that.
Okay. Are you all going to take a short rest?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the necessary hit die might be rolled. Okay, Bullseye Lantern. You're very strong. Brooke, you can also roll.
Okay.
Well, look at that.
Damn.
You rolled 8 and you got more than
5
she got.
less
with
than
Brooke.
my
Yeah,
yeah.
so you got more healing. Ugh,
You hate
ain't
to
life
see it.
grand. Well, she does have a +4 modifier.
Oh, that would be it then.
You only have a +2. Over the course of this hour, you're resting. Do you do anything in specific?
Sit and watch Secret for the entire time.
Yeah, she's very pale. Give me a medicine.
She's pale because she is done.
She's now a white dragonborn. Wonderful.
Compatible. Above average. Woo.
Mm-hmm. She's very pale. She has a temperature. It seems to be steadily climbing. And there is something. Give me a perception or investigation, your choice.
I think I'm gonna perceive. I'm not.
There's something moving under her skin.
Oh no.
Ew.
Oh, is it like twitchy moving or like on what body part is it? First of all.
I feel you notice it on like you're sitting next to her bedside, like you've taken her hand, like occasionally, and it's like rolling movement of something moving under her skin. Almost serpentine-like.
See. I will just look at what the bloody places it is. Like, just look at it for just a moment before trotting over to the tent, opening of the tent, and just yelling out for Brooke, Maya, Riven, because I know they have some sort of idea. Jamon is maybe not the most magical person.
Magic girls, get over here right now.
I need
Magic
to.
Squad, I need you!
Hold on, I need a 30-minute transformation sequence.
Ribbon will wander over quickly. What's wrong?
Carry on.
Was anything set with? Oh,
Oh, I just said what's wrong?
something is inside Secret. Something is moving underneath her skin. And
What?
I'm not the most educated in that sort.
Yeah, Ribbon just pushes past Telesh, goes in the tent.
Well, wondering about then, what did I just hear?
The seal did something to her. There's something living, whatever, inside her, underneath her skin. Something. Don't know.
That's not good.
No, that is not good at all. And it's outside my range of capabilities.
What if she's just pregnant?
Babies don't move under skin like that.
They
Jamora.
don't move under his skin.
I mean, technically.
Not in the arm.
No.
Jam.
It's in the. Oh, I missed
Yes.
that part. Yeah, it's probably not a baby then.
Well, it might not be a fucking humanoid baby.
Well, see, this is what I'm saying. We can't rule it out until we know.
I would like to inspect, like,
Yeah.
her skin.
She's still sleeping at this point. I mean, it's probably more like comatose.
Mhm.
She has a very high fever.
Okay.
And like she's changed out of her wet clothes, so at this point she's like in a way too big like man's shirt that someone offered because it was clean, covered by blankets, and as you pull the blankets back, you can like, he saw it like for a moment in her hand, but you can sort of see it under her skin, like serpentine motions. Like it's
more
in
than
her
one?
leg
Oh god.
and over her belly. Like, you don't know if it's multiple things or if it's one big thing or...
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Have I ever heard of anything like this before? Like diseases or anything like that is similar?
Give me a history check. I'll give you advantage because of the whole...
Okay. I also gave myself guidance.
You know what? You're gonna do so good.
Okay.
You're very smart.
Okay. So
Doctor
I will
person.
I'll keep that.
Oh.
21. I'll with advantage 26.
And you can also roll a D8,
10?
D10, and that's it.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh.
27.
27.
Look, as someone who's like rolled over a 3 once on a D12 Bardic Inspiration, I feel for you, son.
I want to cry.
You've heard of similar. One thing that comes to mind is half demons.
Okay.
They tend to like. I feel like it mainly comes to mind because of Jamorn asking if she was pregnant, but if you get pregnant by a demon, like, you don't get a tiefling baby, you get a half demon and it kind of rips its way out of the mother.
Yeah.
With weird things happening beforehand. Stuff like this has been described.
Okay.
But she is, like, it seems like whatever's happening to her, she's having a physical reaction to it. Like the fever, and her general, like, her body's definitely reacting in a way to, like, it's a parasite.
Just in case, I will look at Brooke and go, do you still have some holy water with you?
I'll dig into the pouch and hand her.
I'll take it and, like, very cautiously just, like, put a drop on her chest just to see if anything happens.
No, nothing
Okay.
happens.
Now, when I detected magic, it wasn't dark.
No,
It wasn't.
it was
evil
more.
energy.
It was more like magic. Period.
Yeah.
Capital M. capital A, capital
So dark
all the
magic
letters.
is a form of what you might have saw, but like it is the purity of all magic.
Yes. Which, for a human untouched by magic, might not be good.
What if we cut and tried to carefully remove these?
How about
thing?
instead of cutting, we try to dispel?
What if
Alright,
this thing's a
I
friend?
don't-
It could
Seriously.
be a
Killed
friend.
friend.
It
I
could
don't
be.
think it's a thing. I think it's just how magic is interacting with her non-magical body.
But are we so sure that we want to stop that?
We
Hmm.
could observe her for a few more hours. If it starts to get worse, then we need to.
Like, maybe she just needs
We
to
need
get
to get
through
rid of it.
this.
But that's the thing. If it ends up killing her while she's getting through this, that's on us. We could have stopped it ahead of time.
No, just
Letting
bring her
things
back to
go-
life.
Can't.
Letting things go for so long doesn't mean that we made a good choice.
Neither does stopping things short.
True, which is why I suggested we let it go for a few more hours. If she starts to worsen more, then we have to do something to stop it. Like Brooke said, she was a human before this. She had no magic, and this is, from what it sounds like, a lot. And a lot can hurt someone who was already near death.
Hmm.
I'll stay here and keep an eye on her. If anything changes, I'll go and get you guys.
I
But-
would like to remain.
You can.
Thank you.
I'm going to prepare a few spells.
How long are you going to sit by her bedside, Ivan?
I will do. I'm going to stay as long as either she gets worse or she gets better. So,
For the
however-
first, like, it was maybe an hour and a half until, like, Tolesh noticed something moving under her skin.
Mhm.
And you see more of that. Like, as you're waiting, you see it moving under her skin. Sometimes rapidly, sometimes slow rolling motions. Her fever, like, it's still very high, but it seems to have, like, settled on very high and is content at that level. And about an hour and a half later, something changed.
What?
She starts convulsing.
Hmm.
Um. I don't know what to do. um.
Repeat the same process.
Yeah, pretty.
Yell out for the magical
Yeah.
being.
Yeah, pretty much get everybody that's magical back in this fucking tent.
Hell!
Yeah.
Yeah. I will. If I put a hand over like her chest, can I feel her heart?
Yes.
And it's racing, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, her heartbeat's been elevated all along, but that's, like, when you have a very high fever, that's not uncommon. But now it's yeah.
It's like frantic.
way- yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't know about blood pressure, but this seems high.
This seems bad. This seems real
Yeah.
bad. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, while Talash is going for, like, calling for the other ones, I would like to quickly do this on myself
Mm-hmm.
and give me Owl's Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to, do I... Oh, fuck. Oh, this could kill her, or we could let this go. This is a hard decision.
I mean,
Ah!
we don't have to dispel the magic, but we didn't
No.
try to, like, reduce her fever or anything either. So,
I don't even know if that's a possibility, because it's magically induced.
we didn't even try, so.
Okay, I would like to, like, attempt different forms of, like, trying to get her out of the convulsion state, as well to stabilize her.
Treat the symptoms.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, like, soaking her back, like making
Yeah.
her wet again. Oh my god, that sounded so kinky. God damn it. You are moistening, Sigrid, and
That didn't help it at all.
I know. But you know, wet towels, trying to lower her temperature in some way, shape, or form, restraining her. Like, she is really convulsing, so she doesn't, accidentally break something.
Yeah.
Hey, would I have
And-
learned anything, like, medicinally that I would have with me that might help with, like, convulsions or anything like that? That I would know about? I don't know how much extra... I mean, I've been doing a lot
Well,
of herbals
you
and
have
stuff,
you
but-
have a couple of, you have some poisons that like, they work by lowering a person's heart rate.
Right.
Like it's medication up onto
Yeah.
a dose, and
Well,
then it
just like
becomes
anything.
poison.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, you have like the like, this is good for fever, and
Right.
an ointment that reduces like cramps and stuff like that. But most of the, like, if you wanted to try to lower her heart rate, you would need to get her to drink something.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's tough.
But you
on
do
the
have a
seizure.
couple of things that
Yeah.
that could help, like by making a tea.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Is lesser restoration does diseases, poisons, that type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Greater restoration does it too. It just does more. Or
Yeah.
does it only do the thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to fuck this up. Fuck. No, I'll hold off. I'm just trying to stabilize her medicinally without magic first.
And Roan,
see if it's helping.
Roan, what are you doing? What's Telesh doing?
Celeste knows he has no goddamn expertise in this, so he will just sit at the bedside and hold a hand.
Oh no,
And-
fuck that shit. Riven
No.
is like, you hold her too. She's convulsing. I am
Alright.
trying to do multiple things. Hold
Well,
her
I will-
body.
I will hold her body then. I mean, Celeste doesn't know what up.
Yeah, and
Just
Talash
sit,
knows
hold her
how to
hand.
make this happen to people. He doesn't know how to fix it.
Exactly. I can break people. I'm not good at fixing.
yeah, and like
Boy, you're
her
about to
con-
learn. Boy, you about to learn.
her convulsions are like quite violent.
I suppose I'm not really getting better.
Brooke, what are you doing?
Now, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Because knowledge clerics have this thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's written real poor.
Mm-hmm.
because it says starting at 2nd level, you choose one skill or tool. But it's for 10 minutes, so that makes me think that it's actually a thing.
What do you mean? The
Like
knowledge
an actual
cleric
ability,
channel
kind of
divinity?
like the channel divinity.
It's your channel divinity for a knowledge cleric, yes.
Yeah.
You can become proficient in any skill or tool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that and become proficient with a herbalist kit that I would assume one of the clerics would have.
Well, Jamorn has like a pretty extensive.
Yeah.
Brooke's just gonna take it and just be like, okay, now I know what I'm doing.
Now we're cooking.
Yeah. And then Brooke would really just try to help stabilize, rub leaves on her.
Sure,
Jesus
give me a herbalism kit roll with proficiency.
Homeopathic.
Oh, I did it to myself. God damn. That was a good roll, too.
Stop it.
Can I take the 24 that I rolled to myself?
No.
Wait, I have a D10 or whatever the GM inspiration is.
It's a reroll.
It's a reroll.
Okay, I'll do that. Well, no.
Hey,
Oh no.
I mean, it's
Better.
you don't kill her.
she just has poison ivy now.
This will help you.
Yeah, just rub leaves. Take the leaves.
Shit.
Yeah, her convulsions remain, and they're quite violent. Her heart is still racing. Like, you managed to get it down a little bit. You managed to get her temperature down a little bit, but she is very pale, and the thing that's inside of her seems to be getting more active.
I will devour her before she's just not strong enough, especially after the fall.
Then we have to stop it.
What languages does everyone speak?
I will link. This is what I speak.
Do, do, do.
Maya and Tolesh.
Ooh.
What? Oh,
It's
draconic.
draconic.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The dragon speaks.
She keeps repeating a few phrases. Like, she's very feverish, obviously quite out of it. It burns. Why is it so hot? Make it stop. She keeps trying to itch herself as well.
Ooh. Because of the poison ivy.
Yeah, because of the poison ivy that Brooke put on her. Why am I burning? Why does it burn?
I looked at Telesh. She never knew the draconic language before, did she?
I will try and recall.
She knew a couple of phrases, like she could count to 10 and say hello, like things that you taught her when you were kids, but she was by no means fluent.
But it sounds very fluent.
Yes.
Why? No, no, she did not know anything. Well, not. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I'm scared. Is this what dying feels like?
You guys, we have to
Hell.
put an end to this. It's not
Yes.
helping.
Can't go on.
It's consuming her.
What is
Just
what?
looking
What is she saying?
She's
It
saying
burned.
that, yes. She's scared that she's dying.
Ask her who it is.
Does now seem the time
Yes,
for...
it does.
Once, Jamon. I will turn to Sigrid. Sigrid, can you hear me? What is it?
Is that my name?
Fucking knew it.
Oh god.
Okay, fuck it. I
It
don't even
needs
fucking
help.
care. How does it need help? It's killing her.
She's not the one talking.
She's the
It's
one that's
the-
important.
It's
If I can have a word with you outside the tent.
It's the
Fuck you.
seal. It's obviously the seal that did something.
We know who that seal was
Right.
keeping back.
Someone who was sealed in
Yes.
came out through her when it was broken.
Yes.
Yes.
Could be Io.
Well, you better fucking watch yourself not killing things.
Maybe if we can transplant her into a stronger host.
How?
That's a good question. Can you transfer magic to one person to another?
Yeah.
I could talk to Saranthi about it.
I'm gonna say that we don't have time
To
for
do
that
that.
conversation.
Do I have any knowledge of magic transference?
It's a thing.
It's a thing. So it can be done.
Generally, like, quite high level. Like, there are ways for people to, like, take other people's memories. Cloning, like making a clone of yourself and transferring your consciousness to the construct that you've made is a thing.
Hmm.
So, like, transferring magical energy is definitely a thing. Generally, it requires, like, the willing participation of, like, if you're going to do a huge thing, it's generally conducted by the creature whose consciousness is being transferred. Because the only spell that truly does it are the penultimate
The
life
last.
restoration spells and clone.
Okay. Telesh, tell the thing that it needs to go to someone else. It can't be in her or she'll die.
We need Danny and the princess.
Then bring them. Whoever you are, whatever you are, you will not survive in that body. We need you to be transferred to another.
Since I don't speak Draconic, I'll go and get Zenobia and Danny.
Give me a perception check.
Me?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, like you find Zenobia pretty immediately. Takes you a minute to find Danny. She's in one of the tents. Meanwhile, I don't want to hurt anyone. I'm scared.
We understand. We want to help you. We just need you inside someone else.
Or if failing that, what can we do? I say in Draconic.
I don't know what's happening. I don't think this was supposed to happen.
It probably wasn't, but it has happened, and now we need to fix it. And first step to that is getting you out. And somewhere else.
Talash,
Yes.
your hand is hurting.
Mm.
I will, I supposedly still, I will just hold on to, I suppose, Secret at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll do just that. I'll just keep holding.
Yeah, your hand's bleeding pretty badly.
Oh god.
Do I notice that?
Yeah, I like her hand is like human, but she has claws instead of fingernails.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
God damn it.
God damn it! You're not in the tent. You don't know this is happening.
Get out! Go!
Get out!
And
So let's we'll just keep holding on, because pain is something he's good at.
that rolling motion under her skin, it's slowing down.
She will pull through. Let's just try and keep her fever down and keep the convulsions safe as can be.
Does
As
it look
you
like it's moving?
Yeah.
Like moving to a different part of her body than being rather just like concentrated in her chest.
like it's been spread out. Like you've seen it in her legs and her arm, even in her face on occasion.
You!
Okay.
But it seems like it's still there, but it's like less noticeable. Like it's settling.
Okay.
Where is Zenobia?
And can I get a perception check from Maya, Riven, Roan, and Brooke?
Okay, I
Cool.
need to inspire
Polish.
myself in real life. I know I can't in game.
I give myself guidance, and I have advantage on it still because I have Alice Wisdom.
Oh wow. Phew.
So 32. Fuck, we all had good eyes.
Yeah.
Brooke, she's still like very pale
Yeah.
and slightly clammy, but also just like wet. Like you've been putting like wet towels and wet sheets on her, so it's like hard to tell like what is her temperature, what's her fever, and what's just the moisture of the fabric. Her claws are still piercing your skin flesh when she grabs at your hand. And her skin is very pale, almost translucent, or opalescent. Be another word.
Okay.
There are patterns. Almost serpentine. They're not covering her body. They like there are some on like the top of her hand, some on the side of her neck. Especially in the spaces where she's like scratched or itched, you can see them.
Do they resemble Brooks at all? Just in patterns?
No, they don't seem very fish-like.
Brooke didn't have fish tattoos. She had tattoos representing essentially all aspects of.
Oh yeah, Riven's the one with the fish scales.
First of all, I do not have fish scales.
Well, you're like water genasi. Like fishes are like.
I have scales on my face that glow. That's it. That's the only fish.
Pardon
She has
us for not keeping
bioluminescent fish
track
scales
of-
in her.
Thank you.
They seem more serpentine. They seem more similar to Talesh's.
Hmm.
And at this point, Jamorn, Zenobia,
Yeah.
and like there's a whole like bunch of people who suddenly are like coming into the tent now.
Yeah.
What's going on?
She's changing. There's a thing inside of her, and there's it speaks Draconic. And it looks like she's ready to shed.
You can
Which
sort of
could
like
be really gross.
see like the clerics and Zenobia exchanging a look like, should we do something about it? Should we let this take its course? Like, is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? We don't know.
The same internal conflict we've been having.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she stable?
Not hard to tell.
We
She's
don't
better
know.
than she was not long ago.
If you count turning into a dragon better.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
better
know
than
what this might
dying
mean for Sigrid.
if it's still secret.
And there is like another couple of quite violent convulsions before she appears to lose consciousness. She's still breathing,
Okay.
and over the course of maybe 10 minutes, her temperature does start dropping. She's still running like slightly hot, but not to the extreme level
That
she was before.
Okay.
How does her face look? Like, is she dragon face now, or
No,
just
she looks like Sigrid. Her claws are no longer there. Like
Oh.
they've retracted. Her hands look normal. She's paler than she was.
Originally, or like after all of this, after she started turning paler?
No, but like,
Compared to normal Sigrid, she's paler.
yeah, she's paler than normal Sigrid.
Okay.
But it does look like normal Sigrid. There's like that faint opalescent sheen of of scales, but it seems to have like settled right under her skin.
Yeah, Brooke's just gonna detect magic as a ritual. So however long that would take, just to
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
it's concentration up to 10 minutes. Is
It
that
takes
Well,
10
it
minutes.
takes
to-
10 minutes to
10 minutes to
cast,
do a
and then you
ritual.
get 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a ritual adds 10 minutes to the cast.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would just do that just to see if the magic settled at all from the sparking.
Yes. It's still pure magic, but the level of it is less. Like if she was like 100%, now she's like down to like 7%, which is still really high, but she seems to have shedded a lot of the X.
Okay. Well, if it is still sacred, she's done it.
Then I suppose we can only wait to see when she wakes up.
Yes, I suppose so.
And like this entire ordeal has taken maybe 4 or 5 hours. Like with her fever going up, everyone panicking, watching over her, her fever like being managed, her skin starting shedding, claws growing, and now things seem to have settled into whatever this is. Her breathing eases. And she seems to be actually resting rather than, you know, fucking comatose. What would you like to do?
I suppose next order of business is to wait. Wait for her to wake up and hopefully get at least some answers.
Do any of you have magic that might make it so that I can understand and communicate in Draconic?
Nope.
How about Zenobia? Or anyone else there?
Zenobia comprehend languages.
Can that be cast on me? Or is that
Well,
only
I
a
can
self
cast
thing?
tongues. I can cast tongues on her.
On who? Oh yeah.
Secret.
Okay.
And then everyone can understand.
That would be better.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do it when she wakes up.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, there's no point casting tongues on someone who doesn't speak.
No, of course. I just wanted to make sure that when the time came, we weren't half sitting in the dark. Huh.
Can I get a perception check from everyone?
Yay.
28.
Oh, it's the first bad one I've rolled in a long time.
Yeah.
Woo!
20 squads.
Yeah, Zenobia's trying to feed, like, semi-reformed s'mores to the sleeping woman. She looks hungry and pale.
I mean, if she does wake up and she's a dragon, at least she won't be hungry and eat them.
That's a good point. She might choke, though.
Oh. Chocolate melts.
Yeah, just not fast enough.
Okay. And she sort of like peels out the half-melted chocolate from her mouth.
Maybe you should leave them so that when she wakes up, she'll have a snack right away.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. And she leaves like like they're s'mores, but they haven't been like over the fire yet.
Right.
So it's just like biscuits with a bit of marshmallow and a piece of chocolate. And she's like pulling up Sigrid's lips, and she's like, I don't see any.
Yeah, I don't think any of us know how this works quite yet.
The less of a transformation, the better.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Well, this has been an exciting day, but I am a walking bruise. I had a fall that almost killed me. Probably should have. I'm pretty magically tapped out, so maybe while Sigrid sleeps, we can all get a little rest too.
She is sleeping more peacefully. I would be comfortable to sleep.
Do you want to set up some kind of watch order to watch
Yeah.
over Sigrid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Celeste takes first.
I'll go second. I haven't had to do anything, so.
True.
Ravenna will go after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'll get one of those last watches in.
Yeah,
Okay.
Brooke would probably be towards the end as long as she could get her long rest.
Okay. So, Kalash, then Jamorn, then Riven, then Brooke and Maya on the last watch.
Okay.
Yeah. Tolesh, the first watch, it passes pretty peacefully. She occasionally like moves a little bit in her sleep. Makes noises, but it's like she's not speaking. It's the kind of like noises that you make, like little sniffling noises and like moving to turn to her side, but she does keep a firm grasp on your hand the entire time.
Okay. I'll do nothing but sit and watch. Quietly.
She still has like a slight temperature, but nothing that seems dangerous. Her heartbeat has slowed to normal levels.
So
But
it's
she
at,
rests.
like 40 degrees instead of like 44.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful.
More like 38.2 instead of,
Oh, okay. That's a lot better.
yeah. 40 would still be like hospital levels of fever.
Yeah, like
Yes.
40 plus is new. 39
Well, I
plus.
figured she was on like the brink of death with the fever.
Well, I'll say that she was over 45 when you were like panicking, which seems
Okay.
like humans are generally considered like they're as good as dead if they are over 40.
Right.
At that point, your insides kind of boil.
Yeah. It makes sense that she was seizing then too.
Yep.
But she's better now. Let's just put that aside.
And after 2 hours, Jamorn arrives in your little tent.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah. It's been good so far. No rise in fever, no convulsions, just sleeping as
Good.
peacefully as she could.
All right.
Yeah. Call if anything happens, alright?
Of course.
Thank you. Please do look after her.
I will.
I'll just get up, let go, and go get some rest.
Yeah, you kind of have to peel her fingers off your hand.
Gently peeling them off then.
Mm-hmm. Jamorn, it is much the same. She rests quietly. There's a second when, like, her eyes open. And then they just slide closed again. And she shifts and seems to be asleep peacefully.
Okay. Were there any complications or anything with the sending, or did that all go as I'd hoped?
That went well.
It went well.
Like,
okay.
you've gotten a couple of replies back. And yeah, it all seems to be in order.
Okay.
You know who is like, of course.
Okay.
Happy to help.
Cool. Good.
You do get a sending from Zara and Georgie.
Okay.
And like it's Zara's like calm voice being like, well, we've had a fun day. We went to the market. I hope you're okay and everything is all right with you. Love you. Get back to me soon. And then like Georgie making like, is that Pepper Jam? I love it. Mwah, 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 in the
And that's the
background.
rest of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll reply and tell her that things have been kind of crazy, but everyone's safe and alive. And, yeah. We're taking care of each other.
Okay. And eventually your watch comes to an end, and Riven makes an entrance in the tent.
I'll let her know that, she opened her eyes once, but yeah, she's still sleeping, nothing crazy or eventful.
That's good.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Jam.
Thanks.
And Riven will go and sit beside Sigrid.
Yeah. It's quiet. The entire camp is quiet. Even those who were late to bed are all tuckered away now. There's a couple of people on watch, but it's quiet. There's a crackling of firewood outside. A smaller one in here. wet clothes who have long since dried, hanging in one corner of the tent. And it's warm, not uncomfortably so. Warmer than outside. Very quiet. The rustling of sheets every now and then as Sigrid moves. Her fever. Well, her temperature is still slightly elevated. Well within what is safe. And you're just getting to the end of your watch. When there's like a change in her breathing. Mm. Hmm. Riven?
Sigrid?
What are you doing here?
Just keeping an eye on you, that's all. How are you feeling?
Warm.
You had a bit of a fever.
No, I mean it's like really hot in here.
Well, yeah. Did
What
you...
time is it?
The middle of the evening? Night? Some point?
This isn't my bedroom.
No. We're still out where the seal was?
We were going to the seal. You needed a drop of my blood. Did it work?
It did. Yeah, it did.
She sits up and like immediately like catches herself, seeming like a little bit dizzy.
I'll like rush
How much
over
blood
to
did you take?
I can't remember actually. Some stuff happened after. It's been a pretty exciting day. We can wait until the morning. Talk with everyone.
I'm hungry.
I can go and grab you food. Hopefully.
Can you get me something to drink too? My throat feels really weird.
Is there a cup anywhere nearby?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just go psh, give her a cup of water. And in my repertoire, I have the ability to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
I just imagined a water ganassi just like throwing up water into a cup, like I made this for you.
Here you go.
This is for you.
Fresh out of the elemental stream.
Yeah, and I feel like approximately at this point is when Maya and Brooke walk in ready to take their shift.
Mm. Oh.
Oh, good. You guys are here.
Good.
I'm gonna go and get Sigrid something to eat. If you want to stay.
Yeah, we'll look after her.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
And I'll leave the tent and like
Oh, candy. Sigrid notices this
It's more-
half-made s'mores made, and she's like,
God.
"This'll do for right now."
Yeah, I'm sure you're famished.
I am, and I don't understand why. What happened?
Well, you didn't get dinner last night, I suppose. A lot happened.
We were going to the seal. I remember. You needed a drop of my blood.
That's right.
It feels like I lost way more than a drop of blood.
Why do you say that? You don't even have a cup.
Mainly because I'm so dizzy I can't stand up. And also all of this, and she's like rolls over to her side and there's like this huge giant bruise after she fell 200 feet.
Oh,
Um,
the seal opened, and actually, all of us in this tent took a tumble. But it's okay, because everything worked out. Everything's fine.
She looks to you, Maya, and she's like, "What happened?"
I give her the rundown. That the seal chomped her arm. That I didn't like where that was heading, so I made the executive decision to try and teleport her away. There was a mishap, but we magically got her new arm.
Hi.
But then she started getting fever, and we thought maybe it was the fall at first, but then there were like weird things happening under her skin. She started transforming, and we didn't know what to do. And does she speak Draconic?
And she speaks Draconic to you. And
Does it sound as fluent as last night?
Draconic, I speak little bit. I practice make Tolesh happy, yes?
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
And she looks at you with a proud smile, like, "See?
I speak Draconic just fine. It's like me speaking Japanese.
Yeah."
Sigrid, can I check something real quick with your permission?
Sure.
And I'm just gonna...
Detect the
Take-
magics again.
Yeah.
She seems to be at the same level, like a 7% solution.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna let her know that, she is now showing some magic tendencies, and just to be careful with what she wishes, because we don't know what might happen.
That's funny. Me being magic, like, ooh, and she sort of like does the magic motions in front of her face.
And does it?
No, nothing happened.
Okay, good. Like a lightning bolt strikes out. She's like, "Oh,
Yeah, like you
what
hear,
have I done?"
you hear the skies part, and suddenly
Then until Riven gets back, until everyone wakes up, I just like try and engage her in like easy, light conversation before things get like too serious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was asleep, and like, she's
Yeah.
basically
Try to digest it all, maybe.
like,
And he was by my bedside the entire time. That's so cute.
Oh yes, yeah. I
was
tell her
so-
the beautiful story of Talesha's doting affection on her as she
Mm-hmm.
was feverish. But I like really embellish it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he pulled you out of a river.
Give me a performance roll.
Okay.
So what I'm hearing is like, and then he took off his shirt
Yeah.
and he pulled you to safety and like
You
leaned
should
you
have seen
over
the way
like
his
the
muscles
front.
glistened as he princess
yeah.
carried you to the cot.
Yeah. The epic tale of Telesh and Sigrid, as told by Maya.
You know, I
Uh,
didn't think Dragonborn could cry, but
It was beautiful.
Riven returns with some food and probably finds a bunk to get like the last of her rest in.
yeah.
Everyone hates exhaustion.
Yes.
And a couple of hours later, everyone is up, hungry for some breakfast. What would you like to do?
Are we feeling long rested?
You are feeling long rest.
Wonderful.
Everyone
have
can
a-
push that long rest.
I have a sneaky suspicion that we are convening at the tent where Secret is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like at this point, she's like on first name basis with Brooke. And Maya, and she's like, guys, I'm fine. Like, I was just a little bit dizzy. I had something like stop doting. Like, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me that a little bit of time won't fix. Like, as soon as these bruises go away, no one will ever even know that I apparently got my arm torn off and fell into a magical cave.
Except everyone that witnessed her arm getting torn off and her falling into a magical cave.
But stop doting.
We should like taxidermy her other arm and like give it to her as a present.
Well, you would have, but the dragon ate it.
Oh, he
Yeah,
just
true.
straight up munched it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he munched that good.
See, it was the right call to teleport away from that thing.
Well, I mean, you teleported her away when half of it was down its throat, and then the
Yeah.
entire thing just collapsed.
She was supposed
So-
to take that blood and actually be the dragon and the seal, but this will have to do.
Sure.
And everyone is gathered in Sigrid's tent to eat breakfast and rejoice of her alive state and the fact that she does seem to still be Sigrid.
Just slightly magical.
Yeah. Which she still thinks you're making up.
Oh, honey.
Yeah, this won't come back and bite her in the ass.
This is fine. Everything is fine.
You know, we just need a Harry Potter scene for her to believe. Just
You're a wizard!
You're a wizard, Sigrid.
Well, all things considered, it's good that you, Secret, are well again. I suppose we have a lot to do today.
Oh! Are you going down in the sealy thingy?
We need to figure out what's down there. I hope I'm not the only one with that thought.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe there's treasure.
I really wish so.
You could come with if you want.
No.
See?
No!
No!
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, it's on my land. I should know what's on it.
I just
Hold on a second. I think I just audibly heard someone slap their forehead. Did I? I swear to God, I heard, like, in the background, I heard a sound go.
That was
Like-
me actually just going, my hands were up in the air, and then I slapped my bed in anger. God fucking damn it.
I just look at
Guys,
Jamon.
I'm
It's
fine.
like,
Oh, yeah, no,
How
fucking
many
Riven has
times
dead
do I
eyes.
have to tell you that I'm fine?
yeah,
Stop mother henning me.
you're
It's
fine.
It's not Mother Henning. I promise
It's
that's not what
also
we're doing.
Not just you. Yesterday was a long day for all of us. It was very stressful to make sure that you would be okay. I think it would just be so much easier if you would just stay here.
Fine. You'll explore, find out what's down there, and I promise I won't go down until you guys say that it's
We'll give you a tour afterwards when it's safe and nothing comes chomping out of the darkness.
Exactly.
I can be reasonable.
I insight check the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. I've had too many people that go, oh yeah, I'll stay, and then they show up in an airship with me.
Roll an insight.
Fuck. 17. Fuck.
Oh, her deception's higher than your nat 20.
She's. Well, first of all, you know that she is a very good. Like,
Yes, I do.
you literally all saw her like
Mhm.
doting on her husband to be. But she does seem genuine, so it's like hard to say, like, is she lying to your face? She seemed genuine when she was like, I'm so excited about our upcoming marriage. So, yeah.
Mm.
It's like she seems trustworthy, but you know that she isn't. So you're entitled to your own feelings on the subject because you don't know if she rolled deception or persuasion.
That's also true.
Mm.
Let's just go down into the cave and let bygones be bygones.
Promise
Yes?
that you won't follow us into the cave.
Riven, why would I follow you down into the cave?
Just promise.
I promise I won't go down into the cave before one of you tells me that it's safe to go.
Before Telesh tells you that it's safe to go.
No.
Okay, Jam doesn't fucking count.
Okay,
yeah,
one of you that isn't
sure.
Jam tells me that it's safe to go. We all know that if I wait for Telesh to tell me something is safe to do, I might just enter the convent right now.
Burn.
Wow.
Damn.
Whoa.
Okay.
Get some of that
You know what?
dragon fire. Need some aloe.
It's
What?
like the burn turned Tolesh from a white dragonborn into a red dragonborn.
Just a very deep blush across the scales.
It's like,
And
You know
she like turns to you and she's like, I love you, Telesh, but you know that it's true.
I want to say no, but a big deadly cave is a thing.
Ixnay on going in the cave until one of you that isn't Jamorn says that it's
Agreeable.
You know,
Agreeable.
Let's check it out.
Yes,
We won't do anything crazy down there.
exactly.
Gotta make sure it's safe down there.
Just investigating. Nothing big.
I don't understand why I'm being attacked.
You know exactly why you're being attacked.
Yeah. There is no question here, Jamon. I mean, you are a capable man by all rights and means, but no.
Oh,
The
and
fuck
Maya?
was who was that?
It's deception roll number 2. This time it advantage. No, I don't know.
And she's like leaning forward.
Oh, and Maya?
Yes, Sigrid.
Gotcha. And there's like a knife from the like breakfast tray, and it's sort of resting on top of your thigh, like next to your femoral artery.
Oh,
And she looks smug as fuck.
I forgot. Okay. No, turnabout is fair play. Good going, Sigrid.
Thank you.
Feel like I don't have to worry about you as much now.
Wait, what's happening?
Oh, we were playing. This is a game to get her prepared for any future ambushes. I was to ambush her.
Oh.
Any future ambushes that is not snake
Yes.
devouring things.
Well, no one could have anticipated that, I don't think.
Like evil barons or assassins.
Right.
That is actually a very good idea.
And totally not Dragonborns.
So you've been
Look at the
attacking
time!
Sigrid.
Wow.
You know what time it is?
Time to go
Break
into
time!
break time.
Business time. Oh.
Business time. Break time. 10-minute break.
Yay.
think we should send Sigrid down first.
No.
No.
Okay.
What makes you think that is a good idea?
Well, maybe the seal locks.
Okay. Look,
So then
she
your
could-
suggestion then is to send the woman down there first because the seal might lock in after her, and
Yes.
we don't want to get locked, but we're fine with Sigrid getting locked underground. Does that not seem like a bullshit answer that you just gave us?
No, because none of the rest of us are a living seal.
Well, she's the one who opened the seal, so if it closes on us, then we would want her topside so we could get out.
Exactly.
I can't remember opening the seal to begin with. Not
You
sure how
did.
much help I would be.
Well, something may try to bite off your arm.
So just fling your blood at it this time. Don't
Yes.
stand on it.
Yes.
Okay.
I get your concern, Jamon, but at the same time, if we get into a fight down there, I don't think it's a good idea that Sigrid is with us, even though she just killed Maya.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Metaphor. Like,
Metaphoric.
Oh, okay.
she won the game.
I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
She chose not to murder me.
I'll be with you guys. I could help.
I mean, I can reincarnate people as well, but that
Oh,
being said,
I-
if we're all dead,
I don't know if we're in a rush. Maybe we should try to figure out what this other thing is and talk to it.
Maybe.
What other thing?
Well.
The thing in your body.
We
Jamon.
told you about it when you woke up. Didn't you?
When I
believe-
was. Well, you also told me I'm magic now. Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
yes. So what might be possessing you could be the magic that I'm reading.
I don't feel possessed.
most people don't.
Yeah, no. It seemed. I don't know. You were
You think I'm gonna
feverish.
hurt someone?
Don't
No.
think of it as a possession, more like a buddy. Like,
We have no idea what this
We
is.
Don't know
guessed.
what it is.
It doesn't seem negative. It didn't kill you. I mean, when you were feverish and dying, you could have been easily replaced.
and it
with
didn't
the
seem to
possession,
expect to
but
be there either.
They didn't want.
That is true. It didn't know that it was going
Right.
to end up where it was.
And the magic calmed down after we talked to it.
Like it was trying to escape.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily harmful, but there's so little we understand of it still that we definitely have to be on our guard.
Do you think it's dangerous?
There's a chance.
I doubt it.
I have a theory, but
Yes.
it might just be me. But I'm hoping it's
I don't think a god can possess a human body like that without tearing it apart. That's a lot of power.
And that's the concern, I guess, is that this
Mhm.
magic is too powerful.
You remember when I said yesterday about how maybe we stopped something too soon? And maybe not all of the power got transferred? Do you guys remember that or no? I've just had a lot of really good ideas, and so it might be hard to keep track of them all, but
Yeah, I'll maybe give you 2020 hindsight. That's like saying, yeah,
I had the 2024 site too.
Can I just I just imagine after Sham said that fucking Telesh and Ribbon both just turned and looked at him with
Yeah,
fucking
pretty much.
angriest stare.
I mean, you can be upset, but I wasn't wrong.
And what did you want to happen, Jamorn, if we let the seal eat her? What was the happy end game?
Oh, I'm not saying that that's what I wanted. I'm just saying that that's possibly what happened. It's just an observation. So to say that it can't be a god because it would have ripped somebody apart, like maybe that would have happened if it had continued, but we can't rule out that some power might have been transferred because whatever it was trying to do was cut short. Or maybe it was supposed to all go into that dragon, and then she would have been fine, it would have been fine, it all would have been better, but we don't know. All we know is what we have now, and this is what it appears to be.
With his secret with us.
My head hurts.
I'm starting to understand him.
Look, I'll be fine. You guys do what you need to do. I'll wait here. You good girl. Not get into trouble. And not kill anyone. And try not to turn into a dragon.
That seems fair.
And if you feel it coming on, just let somebody know, maybe.
We're going to... There will be people here if you need help, and that can get in contact with us.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you feel anything, you can let them know to send to us, and then we'll come back as quickly as we can.
Okay.
All right. Good. So, should we get ready to go into the cave?
Yes, I need to buy something.
While you're doing that, I will take a moment to prepare some healing potions then.
I don't think we should try to talk to this thing before we do anything down there.
Well, then you can.
I can't.
He can't.
As Ribbon's walking away, she just high fives Brooke and leaves the tent.
Wow.
Snowy had the bright
High
idea of
five! Let's jump
casting-
head first into things we don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next airship to Whitestone?
5 days.
I don't disagree with Jamon this time. While you are finishing on preparations, we could try to see if whatever it is that now inhabits her body may speak to us.
Still pretty sure it's only me. But I'm down. You do whatever you need to do. What's important is that I'm safe to be around.
We
I
can
get a
try
How do
to
we do
contact.
this? Do I need to bleed on something again?
No,
No.
please don't bleed anymore.
Yeah, let's avoid that if we can. I'll try to find Danny and Zenobia and see if either one of them has an idea. But I mean, like, especially Danny being, is she a cleric also, right? Yeah, she's a senior cleric. So, like, communicating with things inhabiting another body is sort of like one of those holy things that maybe she would know something about that.
You could use
Yeah.
detect thoughts to see if there's another.
Yeah, it's something like that, maybe
Being
even,
inside.
yeah. But, like, to get an actual connection to it one way or another would be step one, I think.
Yeah.
And those are the two most qualified people I can think of that would have some idea.
So, Brooke, what are you doing? You needed to go shopping?
Yes, I need 1,000 gold diamonds and 300 worth of diamond dust.
Okay. That's the kind of stuff that you need to go into town for. Riven, you were going to...
I'm going to go and make some potions of healing.
Okay.
It's my poison kit.
Maya, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be around Sigrid if this communication thing goes down.
Okay. And Jamorn and Tolesh, I'm assuming you're doing the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And, well, I think... Thinking.
And it costs a lot of money to be a caster.
It does. Diani tries to do like a guided meditation. Step 1. It's the least intrusive thing that she can do. So she would prefer to start with that. And she has Sigrid like down, relax, drink some tea that's like supposed to awaken her spirit. Totally weed. And breathe. Turn her focus inward. And like you're all there. And eventually, like, there is that put it, that sense of just achieving meditation. Her breathing deepens, becomes more regular. What would you like to do?
Sigrid?
Hmm?
Do you recognize that name?
Yes.
Is that your name?
Yes.
And for how long have you had that name?
Since I was born.
What do you remember about yesterday?
I burned. It hurt. Thought I was going to die.
Telesh is here, right? I'm gonna
Yeah.
whisper to Telesh and ask him to ask her anything in Draconic and see if she, like, something complicated in Draconic to see if she understands it and replies.
Anything? Or something perturbing to her memory? Or...
Ask her in Draconic if she remembers anything from before she was born.
Do you remember anything before you were born?
Darkness.
Darkness, as in you couldn't see. Could you hear? Feel?
No. Quiet. Warm. Dark. Only the... And she starts like tapping out the heartbeat.
Obviously, I translate everything. So Jimon is actually in the loop as well.
Okay.
Zenobia just cast tongues on her. She's like really smug, like, I can do
Yeah.
things.
What do you see now?
Dark. Her eyes are closed.
Yeah.
Movement.
What sort of movement?
Your chest. Girls. Scratching. Like Zenobia guiltily moves her hand away from her arm where she was like scratching her. The soldiers are making food.
Can you smell it?
Yeah.
Can we
see
smell it?
them.
Yeah, that's a good question. Can we?
Yeah,
Or is it,
now that you're like
extrasensory?
now that you're like thinking about it, yeah, there is like a faint scent of meat. Okay.
Okay.
There's a dryad.
Where?
In the oak tree. Behind the tent.
What's below the ground?
Cave.
And in the cave?
Water.
Below the water?
Can't see that far.
How many fingers am I holding up? I'll hold up 3 fingers behind my back.
3.
Hmm. Do you remember ever having any other names?
No.
How do you feel?
Warm.
Hmm.
Can you reach out, make contact with that warmth, that fire inside of yourself?
There's like a long silence. So bright.
The warmth is
Right.
bright.
Hmm. Like sun on snow.
Is it comfortable?
Yes.
That's good.
Can I get perception checks from everyone?
Let's see if we can. You're not very lucky with those perception rolls today.
Could be worse.
Tolesh is way too focused on her well-being right now. He doesn't really see anything.
To actually take in her well-being.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like.
Maya.
That's okay. Mm-hmm.
There's like the tent is dimly lit. There's a couple of like lanterns and it's daylight outside, so some of it seeps in, but there's like
Right.
a couple of lanterns lit for extra lighting. And that sort of like opalescent quality of her skin, that slight shimmer, is back.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was still pale, but
Right. I mean, she was always kind of pale, though, right? So,
I
like,
mean,
but
she's
it
a
was like,
redhead. She
Mhm.
was always pale, but like
but
she
then it was
still
even
paler.
more pale, and now
Yeah.
it's downright opalescent again. Okay.
Yes.
You guys, her skin is doing that thing again.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, opalescent, yes.
It's like she's illuminated from within.
Wow. Do we have any questions now?
Well, let's start from the top. Secret.
Yes.
Do you recall days back at the castle?
Yes.
Just had to make sure.
What was your favorite memory from your childhood?
Sneaking out. Swimming in the river in summer. Sharing secrets with Doc.
Check
She
out.
She told me how to lie.
Do you have any memories that aren't yours?
No. I don't think so. I remember all my memories.
That's good.
Out of curiosity, what about battles? Do you remember those?
Blood. Blood on snow. Water. Washes everything away.
I mean, that could definitely be the battle we just had.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a fighter. Maya's gonna teach me.
That's right, I am.
No one's gonna make me a victim again. She's there's like a bit of just something when she says that. Oh, and the fact that she's growing claws.
Mm.
Yeah. I was waiting for that part.
No, really, no one will make her victor again because she will claw their face off. Just whisper to the others. I mean, so whatever it was is still obviously in there.
It is, yes.
We still haven't gotten anything useful. Do we continue?
Well, do we believe that it is potentially Io that is in? Or something entirely else?
It's definitely not outside the realm of possibility. It seems somewhat unlikely that it would be that easy to free Io.
Yeah. But it did mention 2 seals.
Mm-hmm.
So are we still prodding to see if it is secret or not? Because we can ask ancient history then.
We could.
If anyone has a better idea, I'm all ears.
She's been gradually changing like this, right?
No, it's like her skin illuminated when you asked her about the fire inside of her. She grew claws when you talked about
battle.
I have an idea.
Please, by all rights and means.
You're not gonna like it.
I swear to things.
I mean, is it something you can run by us before you?
No.
Do it. Really?
What are you doing, Jamorn?
Nothing.
Okay.
Do you recall the betrayal of your children?
Don't have children.
Ask the light inside of you if it recalls.
I don't have children.
All right. You don't have children. That's true.
At this, like, her, she gets slightly agitated. Like, you're actually making, like, I don't have, like, I'm pretty sure I don't have kids. Like, do I have kids? I don't have kids. Do I? Have I forgotten kids? Like, Diani is like, calm breath. In and out, like in through your mouth, out through your nose.
As she's doing
Like-
that,
Mm-hmm.
as fast as I can, I draw a gun, cock it, and put it in front of her face.
Jesus Christ.
Who's in the tent? It's Diani. It's Zenobia.
Yeah.
Maya.
Maya, Demon, Talesh.
So
God.
It's a beautiful day in town.
I know, isn't it wonderful? I hope they're not doing something stupid back in the tent.
I can see.
can I get dexterity saving throws from everyone
I mean, I see it coming, don't I?
who's in the tent, not in town? You guys are safe.
No.
I can literally see it, like the scene for me. They're just shopping in town, having a good time, and in the background, you just see the mountainside.
Yeah, just this giant fireball
Yeah,
behind
exactly.
them.
Yeah, Brooke and Riven are sitting down having a nice cup of tea, just like, oh, it's nice to get away for
We're
a little bit.
consistent.
Yeah.
If we fail, we all fail together.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Mm-hmm.
oh god,
If only had circle power running, but you can't just have that on all the time.
oh god.
I need.
This tent is on fire.
Oh! The tent is on fire.
Yeah, like I think Jamon just triggered the self-defense
Yes.
mechanism
That's
that we
what I was
really did
hoping
not.
for.
But we don't want to trigger
Yes,
it.
we
my
do. We need to
God.
connect her to the other part.
No.
You just don't like Sigrid, do you?
No, I like Sigrid.
I'm so glad we're having tea right now. It's so nice to not be on fire. I have this feeling that I just got really hot for a second, so I'm glad we're not on fire.
Oh.
Absolutely. Have you tried putting ice in your tea?
I have.
Lovely.
Bye-bye, Maya! Oh, wait, if you saved it, not bye-bye, but hey.
Right?
Jesus fucking
Jamon!
Christ.
26d6.
Yeah,
That's a really high level fireball.
I
my
don't think
God.
we're dealing with a fireball. I think we're dealing with the raw magical energies of a fucking god or something akin to
Perhaps. Perhaps. Anyway, did we save?
it. Yeah.
No.
I'm unconscious then. And
Oh
dying.
god! Good job!
That's a decent shot.
How's
Okay, so what
Jay
exactly
and
happened?
Zenobia?
Yeah, we.
What exactly happens is
Yeah.
you level, like, in a motion, quick as a flash, you level the gun at her,
Yep.
and she opens her mouth like she's about to scream. Like, you know she can see you,
Yeah.
even with her eyes closed. And she starts like, no, but what comes out is
It's a gout of fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So many sixes. God, if any of those had been like fives, I'd be alive right now and
Oh,
not
wait.
dying.
It is fire damage.
It is.
it is fire.
I'm resistant to fire damage.
There you go.
Well,
There you go.
wonderful for you.
Wonderful for the two people
Maya's
that
like,
were
"I'm
able to
so
live through that.
tired."
Okay, so as soon as that happens, and I can see her, like, I'm putting the gun, like, in my hand, I'm, like, showing that it's empty. Like,
Just drop it.
no, yeah, like, no threat here, then I'm gonna drop it, right? Like, no, nothing, whatever.
Let me do that after
It
I
was a test.
just burned my skin.
Yeah.
And, like,
Why would
her eyes flashes open, and there is, like, a quality to her eyes, just for a moment. Like, it soon fades into the warm brown of Sigrid's eyes, but for a moment there's something, like, very, like, pale blue, almost white.
Yes.
And then they fade into the brown, and she's like, "Oh, Maya!" And she's, like, scrambling to get to her.
And I can cast Cure Wounds on her. And I will, to get her conscious.
This has been a rough week for Maya.
When
It happened.
All right, I'll sputter awake and cough. Like,
Maya,
hi, Sigrid.
didn't mean to.
Jamon.
I know.
I'm just, like, smiling and half chuckling to myself over something very,
Reckless
very
attack
happy.
punching Jamon in the face.
You're singed
Yes,
pretty bad too.
yes, roll it.
Thank you very much. I suppose it's proficient with strength, so
Yeah,
obviously this will not be, the damage attack.
lethal.
No,
probably
just
not.
a punch. It is a punch. I can't kill
Yeah,
him.
no, roll.
No,
roll,
Jam did
roll the
take
punch.
103 fire
Sure.
damage. You might
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah, I need to. Oh god.
I
no.
mean,
Actually, no.
he
You're
had-
fine. Do
I
as you
probably have
will.
like 150.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also he just pulled a gun on your lady love and aimed
He
it
just
at
did.
her face.
He could have run it by us like real quick, but no.
Take a step outside of the tent.
26.
Doesn't. Wait.
It's a 26.
It's a
Yeah, I think a
26.
26 hit.
Oh, to hit. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get
Yes.
punched.
You definitely aren't taking 26 damage, but you are getting hit.
I'm not that powerful.
And what's your strength modifier? What's your rage modifier?
3.
Wait, is he raging?
Yeah, it's reckless, right?
Reckless doesn't require rage. He just said he was
Ah.
reckless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
So
reckless.
you take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Of bludgeoning damage.
And it's a pretty straight shot. Like, your nose has been broken many a time, and you can feel that familiar crack of this is gonna hurt regrow when it grows back in.
Eh. Had worse.
I can make worse.
Yeah, me
Alright.
too.
Yeah.
Wait,
Run
learn.
that by us next time.
It wouldn't have worked. You don't tell people that you're gonna surprise them in front of them, and it doesn't. Never mind. It's.
Oh,
Sigrid's
look.
kind of like, your hair, it's so dark. Oh, I didn't mean to.
Is beyond your control, Sigrid. It's fine.
Well, what we learned is that Sigrid is more than capable of taking care of herself.
No. What we learned is that when you pull a gun on her, she explodes,
Yeah.
killing everything in her vicinity, which is also you, which is also Maya.
None of us are dead. And
She could
if
have.
I
anything
just
else
looked down at
threatened
Maya
her,
and it's like, no, she's not dead, but she nearly well could have been.
no,
Yes.
it wasn't that close.
Really? Jamal?
We're surrounded by
really?
clerics. What's the worst that could have happened?
She could have died.
Yeah, we bring her back.
Zenobia, like, a small puff of smoke comes from her mouth.
Yeah, is everybody else conscious? If not, I have 2 more cure wounds I can do.
Everyone take 11 as Yenny casts mass cure wounds and then smacks Jamorn over the back
Hey,
of the head.
Blackjack.
Thank you.
21 HP. We
Well,
got
good.
there.
Now we know.
Know what?
Now we know
But you
that she's
can-
not coming into the fucking cave either way.
Take care of yourself very well. I don't know, that seems like a lot more than we can do.
She has no control over it.
I think she probably does.
No. Alright, let's put it this way. If she had control over it, do you think she would have blown up?
Yeah.
She would have vaporized you. The threat.
Well, that's not how... that's not how
Cone
that works.
weapons.
Cone weapons work.
Yeah.
No, but magic can target people. I've seen magic target specific people.
But not specifically that. I get what you're saying, though.
Let's be honest. If we go into the cave, something runs up to her, we're standing close to her, she decides to blow up down there.
That's
There will
when-
be no lyrics, there will be no nothing, we will be dead.
Well, she should lead the way, then.
No.
I'm kidding. But not really. Alright, well... This was good to know.
Are you crazy? I could have killed someone.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You're right.
My bruises are charred.
You were right. I can't go back like this. I could kill someone by accident. God, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Sigrid. We'll make this right.
You get whatever this is out of me?
I can't promise anything. I don't fully understand how it works. But potentially, I don't think it's impossible. It'd be very difficult. But currently, it doesn't mean you harm. Protected itself and you. We'll just have to be careful for a while, I think, while we figure this all out.
What even am I now?
A badass.
This isn't a joke.
It wasn't a joke.
Whatever it is, we are going to figure out something without killing people.
Wherever possible.
Yeah.
I can't go back to the castle. It won't be safe.
I agree.
What do you want to do, Sigrid? Do you want to come down below the seal with us? Do you want to stay here in the tents? What do you want to do?
I want to figure out what the fuck is wrong with me.
All right, well, then let's do that.
Okay. I'm really thirsty.
Water?
Yes, please.
I'll
And
get
when
her
she
some.
coughs, there's like a small bottle.
Yes. I'll go get her some water so Telesh can talk to her and stuff.
Also, I feel like I've been flambéed, so maybe
Yeah.
some water for the rest of us as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go get stuff for all of it, yeah. Come back with the snack cart.
And tell the rest of the camp that, hey, everything's okay.
Yeah,
we
nothing
don't...
to worry about here. We are gonna
Yeah,
need another
that
tent.
that just went whoosh. Yeah, gonna need a new one of those.
Yep.
How you doing, Sam? Isn't it Sam? Yeah. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
You can
Just
stay
get us a
in my
tent.
mansion, potentially.
You give her a fireproof room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'd be like Dark Elsa.
Yeah, and like
Conceal, don't feel.
The foil
My-
version,
Maya's, like,
misprint.
sitting back up. Everyone's like, you hear Zenobia being like, "Aw, I just got this dress." And Sigrid turns to you, Telesh, and she just like falls into your shoulder, sobbing.
Just hug her tightly and just hold her, not saying much, because this is a shit situation for her.
Yeah, it's just like quiet sobbing for a
Mm.
few minutes.
Riven and Brooke have now moved on to coat shopping. Just
Yeah, like I feel like Riven and Brooke are having a wonderful time in town. Like Riven's gotten all she needs for like mass production of potions. You went for tea and scones. There was like whipped cream and strawberry jam. It was good.
like good time to be out in town. Tell you what.
Yeah. Like you got this new winter boots with like fur on the top, and they're super cute.
Apple bottom jeans
Oh, yes.
too.
Mm-hmm.
What about this with the fur?
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you guys are having a lovely time.
Maya just died again.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
Was dying.
Wait,
Bye.
Excuse me.
Can I just say something real quick? That would have kicked in her death ward, would it not have?
No, that's when I'm actually dead.
It's actually dead, or is it when you're
It's
brought?
like
Actually dead.
actually dead. Okay.
Failed 3 death saving throws. Oh poop. We need to revivify. Nope, she's fine.
No, death ward. Stabilized.
Like if it kicks in every time you go unconscious, that's
You need a lot of death
of waste.
wards,
Yeah, you're gonna need a lot of death.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Tell me about it.
Maya goes unconscious so much you think she's a narcoleptic.
This is true.
Oh.
Jam returns with a new tent and water. Maya's looking more than slightly scorched. Zenobia's still complaining about her new dress being ruined. Sigrid is sobbing into Tolesh. And Dieni is no longer in the tent.
Like ominously so? Or
Like
we're expecting her to be?
No, like you saw her moving out of the tent.
Yeah, okay.
Like shortly after you did. She didn't
Okay.
disappear or anything.
Right, okay.
We don't see a pile of ash
Yeah.
just there.
No. She also did cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Like, it seemed like she was like, she's holy, but she doesn't like to be holy, so she went and got some new clothes.
Yes. Okay.
And she's also like a little bit over you guys' shenanigans, I feel. Like she was
completely
going
agree.
to blow shit up if she had to be in that tent for much longer.
Okay, well then I think until everybody's back and we rest again, I'd like to probably just be like around the seal as much as I can. Like, have people gone down there yet? Like to look around or?
Right now people have gone down. No one, like, they've only secured like the immediate perimeter, like,
Okay.
500 feet from the opening.
Okay.
But they're mainly like putting in pitons and mountings in the side. Like they're trying to make a safe way for people to enter and exit by
Right.
making like a staircase down.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
My people
Um,
have done this before.
Yeah, they're like rigging like for right now they have like a pulley and they're lowering people and equipment up and down with the pulley system. But people are like also working on getting a more permanent way of
Right. Moving people
getting
in
in and-
mass.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do know that they found some writing,
Okay.
and some iconography, which like all the clerics seems to be in a titter about. But the NE has like hard put down the law that no one is to go off on their own to try to explore these things. Like they're doing the safety precautions first, then they explore, and that's how it's going to be.
Smart.
So for now, the only people who are allowed down there are like scouts and stuff, mainly to make sure it's safe for everyone.
Okay. Yeah, then I mean I'll stay like within earshot of the party if they shout at me to, come over and do something, but
Come over and pull a gun on someone.
yeah. And then yeah, other than that, like I would just try to help with some of that from wherever they want me. I can carry stuff and lift stuff and move things around and whatever else, so
Yeah. After a couple of hours, Brooke and Riven return. I feel like after a while, everyone kind of leaves. A panicked Sigrid and lets her have her burnt down tent in peace.
No.
Well, except for Talash.
It's not leave her.
She eventually does stop crying. And
That's good.
like there's a lot of just like sitting and hugging. Like she's obviously having like a full-on panic attack. And a lot of worst case scenarioing. Like, what if I kill people? What if I burn people? What if I blow up people? It seems to be variations on a theme of her hurting people.
Hurting / killing people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I feel like we all need this. I'm gonna set up my magnificent mansion as like a spa.
Ooh,
Oh.
good day. Shopping and a spa. Wonderful.
Yeah, you didn't even have to do any hard work. I need a massage and I need a nap after all that mess. And Secret is free to come along with, as are you all.
Sigrid is very worried that, you know, she'll accidentally hurt someone in her sleep. And burn everything down or be startled and explode the things.
And to that point, we can only say, it's better she does it with us.
Yeah.
Because
I
we
think
can.
the rooms as fireproof is
Yeah.
reasonable.
Make them fireproof.
Also, they're like magic, so I don't know if the whole place could burn down or what that would do.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a little bit convincing, but you know, the fact that you have a fireproof magic house is better than, you know, burning down the tent camp. So she is eventually convinced. And she keeps being like profusely apologetic about the whole accidentally almost killing.
Yeah, it's fine. These things just sort of happen to me.
They don't happen to me.
It's true. But you just
I've
gotta-
never accidentally almost killed someone in my life.
I would give, just a quickly, I would give Riven and the rundown when I got the chance of what happened.
Feel the conversation goes something like, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. Jam did what?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
faces turn with extreme glares. Just
Like I knew he was going to do it.
I knew he was going to do it as well. I was like, yeah, oh fuck, he's going to try that.
But I was like, no, like maybe he'll just, you know, smack her across the face, or, you know.
Something less threatening than fucking shooting someone in the face with a gun.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
empty.
There was multiple decisions that could have been made that were better there, but you know,
It was empty.
we like
that
we
she
like
could
doing
defend
things
herself.
without planning, as I've heard.
Oh,
It was.
but we like
Oh my God.
No, I feel like that's
I agree. It was a
Jamorn's
good
night.
decision.
Jamorn's night is like, it was empty.
Yeah.
It was fucking empty. I don't know how many times I was never going to hurt her. The gun was literally fucking empty. And
Yeah.
she
she's
doesn't know
like,
that, nor does
Sigrid.
the entity inside her.
Sigrid, do you think I would actually hurt you? And she's like, no, but I'll probably kill all of you. See, not even she believed that I was actually going to,
Yeah, missing the point, kind of.
Uh-huh.
Like, I wasn't gonna hurt her. But she'll hurt us.
We're surrounded by clerics! You guys, I wouldn't have done something like that if I thought there was a chance that it would have turned out really bad. I have a family
No,
to
but
get
you
back
wouldn't
to.
tell us either if you were about to do something so
I would
fucking
have.
stupid.
But
Really,
the
you
element
had
of
all of the
surprise
chance.
was important. You
Then
weren't
leave
there,
the
you
tent
don't
and
know.
talk to everybody that was there.
She could smell food we didn't know was cooking. She could see with her eyes closed. Do you think if we walked outside the tent and went, "Hey, I bet you she can't hear us. Here's my secret plan," that would have worked?
Hey, motherfucker!
Am I on crazy pills? Did
But
you
like,
take
what
the
if we
wrong
really
shit out of
learned
my
for
biology
taking all
test?
that damage?
You have magical means of communication. You and this whole fucking party have a way of communicating
I
with
don't.
people. You have sending stones.
I used it.
Bioweapon.
I used it.
Today, you used it.
Oh yeah,
yesterday
shit,
in
that
the
was
cave.
yesterday. Oh yeah. No, that's true.
Ribbon's going into the cave.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah, fuck you guys. Ribbon's going down in the cave. She's
Brooke
not
wants
doing
to come
anything.
too.
I want to see if there's wildlife in the cave.
Brooke wants to swim.
Brooke can come too. I will fly Brooke down.
Maya has a very nice, firm massage.
Take the medicine bath.
Done with y'all.
So two are going into the cave. One is just enjoying a nice relaxation. Tolesh is being the overprotective thing right now. I don't know
Yep.
what Jamorn is doing.
Jamorn is receiving a message.
Oh.
Oh.
Good, is it telling him how foolish he is? Because it should.
No, I mean, literally the last message she got was that everything was fine and you're doing okay. So, like, there's been complications, but you're all doing okay. So you get a message from Zara.
Okay.
Just, I'm glad everything's okay. Georgie really misses you. The twins are moving a lot. Can't wait to have you guys back home. Hopefully it won't be too long. And then big noise. And it's sort of like, oh, that damn kid. And then it sort of ends abruptly again.
Okay. Yeah, I would send back, what would I send back? I'll think about what I send back.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Papa's favorite little necromancer?
Mm-hmm.
Georgie is.
It's me!
Hey, you know who you should introduce Georgie to?
Kestrel?
Zenobia.
Zenobia, oh my
I mean,
god.
Like, what's more terrifying than a 3-year-old necromancer?
An
A
8-year-old.
3-year-old
wizard.
necromancer and an 8-year-old necromancer together on an adventure? Yeah.
Yeah, that'll probably happen. 25 words isn't much. We might have a dragon friend. Everyone's still doing okay.
My actions almost got Maya killed.
People overreact a lot.
My actions almost got Maya killed.
Again.
And traumatized a young woman even more than she already was.
Like, so much.
I don't ever feel responsible for the things I do.
Oh,
Wait a second now.
That's the pot calling the kettle fucking.
Right.
Exactly. That's why I'm allowed to do it. Because
No,
I know
that's
that
why
I
you're
do
not
it.
allowed
you
to
never
do it.
agree that you do it.
I didn't.
Well,
Exactly.
Blub, blub, blub.
Brooke,
Yes?
you were going down, down, down.
Yes.
And
I'm not like going into the cave, like I'm just kind of swimming laps in the part where Sigrid bled a whole bunch into, but is now washed away because.
And I am looking around for any trace of animal or creature.
How are you looking around for any trace of animal and or creature?
I will turn into a wolf and I will sniff about for creature.
Okay, give me a sniff check.
I will give a sniff check. I can't remember if wolf has better stats than me for this. I don't think so. Because sniff
No,
is
you're
perception.
it's
I just
wisdom.
have advantage on it for sniffing.
Mm-hmm. Sniff snuff.
18.
It smells. There's like a scent of mold, like something that's been closed for a long time. Very green, from all the moss. You don't really smell animals. There's a lot of that, wet stone smell that you smell right after a rainstorm, almost.
Okay.
There are a couple of like lizards and frogs close to the water. No fishes.
Other than moss, is there any other plants down here?
Yes. There are a couple of different kinds of lichen and some other plants that are like can grow on stone. There's not a lot of like grass or weeds. A bit of algae in the water.
Okay. How far away are the supposed rune in glyphs?
About 300 feet.
I'll save that for another day.
Mm. Hmm. I'd like to make 8 fey creatures.
Okay. Let's see what you get.
CR14. You get Sprite.
I get sprites. Awesome.
Cuties!
I would like to ask them to search further into the cave for a half an hour, spread out. So if there's any tunnels, they go opposite directions and stuff like that. And then return to me before the hour is up to let me know what they found.
You just see them all pop out of existence. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Oh, invisibility.
And off they go.
Awesome. And yeah, I'll stay down in the cavern, kind of like put my feet in the water and wait for them to return.
Like they start returning after about 45 minutes.
Okay.
Um,
I found a passage. It
You
was
did?
real small.
Too
It
small
hurt
for me?
my wings. Oh yeah, you're totally too fat to fit into it.
That's fair. Did you find
And-
anything in the passage?
Yes.
What?
gold.
Gold?
Mm-hmm.
That's still in the stone?
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting. Which way was that one?
That way, and it points like slightly further into the cave.
Riven will take note of the fact that there is gold down here. There's gold in these hills.
And also stone.
Very good. Thank you so much.
And shortly after, another sprite appears.
Found the passage.
How big is this one?
Like this big?
And he sort of gestures. Yeah, like it sounds big enough for you to crawl into, but
Okay. Did you find anything in this passage?
Yes.
What was in this one?
Stone. But weird stone.
Weird how?
I could see through it.
Like a crystal.
Yeah, that's the word.
Wonderful. Was it only the crystal you saw?
It had colors.
Multiple colors?
White and red.
Alright. In what way is this passage?
that way. And he sort of points like almost straight ahead, but then slightly to the right.
Okay. And Riven's like taking these notes down in a book she has. Thank you for your search. I appreciate it.
And one comes back and it looks slightly droopy.
Oh, what's wrong?
Found a
You found what?
passage.
What? Did you find anything in the passage?
Yes,
Was it?
I pulled. And you realize it looks slightly droopy because it has like some gunk all over it.
Oh. I'll like reach up and like kind of like try and clean it off.
It really liked me.
Oh.
I didn't like it.
No, that's fine. What way was that passage?
That way. Like gestures weakly like ahead and like mainly to the left.
Okay. And sorry, what was in the tunnel?
A toad.
A toad. That really like that poor the poor sprite.
But that means there's wildlife.
There is wildlife.
Well, you've seen like a few
little
frogs
like,
and
lizards
amphibians.
and frogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just no fish.
No fish. And yeah, like some of them report finding, shinies. One finds like platinum, and one finds like silver. Seems to be like quite a large mineral deposit here.
Okay.
But there are two that stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Found a lady.
You found a lady.
Mm-hmm.
Is she somewhere where we can get to?
I don't know.
Where
Not the
was
way
that?
I got there.
Which way did you get to her?
That way. And it points mainly straight ahead.
There's
dead people.
Mm-hmm.
Old dead people, or do they look
Gullingtons.
okay? Is there anything alive when you looked? At all?
I think the lady's alive.
Did it seem like she knew you were there?
No.
I was invincible.
You were very invincible. Thank you so much. You did a very good job.
Thank you.
Of course.
And the last one, it's like kind of avoiding your...
Well, I flew, and then I found like rock, and then I found like more rock, and some more rock, and then I found like a tiny crevice. There was nothing in it. And then I flew. Then I found like another tiny crevice. And then found a door.
You found
Then
a
I
door.
came back. What? Who said that?
You found a door.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which way was the door?
Oh, like that away. I don't think it's a good door.
What's wrong with the door?
Gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, if I know where it is, I know better not to go towards it. So thank you for finding it.
Okay.
You did a good job.
Okay. So you should not go that way. It points like straight down the path.
Okay. Okay. And that was the last of the little sprites.
Yeah, like they found other shit, but it was mainly like mineral deposits and bits of wildlife. One of them brought back a flower.
Oh, that's so nice. Can I recognize this type of flower?
Yes, it seems to be a type of water lily, and it's half eaten.
Oh. I
And
I
he
take
was
a
like,
gander at it, but I give it back to him very quickly.
I was going to bring this back to you, but then I got hungry and I needed a snack.
That's fine. You can keep it. It was very nice of you to bring me a gift.
and those are the things you get from your sprites
I
and their
appreciate
exploration.
them. I appreciate them. And I say goodbye to each of them before they disappear back to their place of origin.
The Feywild.
Yep. Brooke,
Yes?
are you ready to go back up?
Yeah. It's a bit chilly.
Caves will do that to you. All right. Give me a second. And because I used all my wild shapes. Oh wait, no, I would have had a short rest when the pixies were doing their thing, or the sprites
Sure.
rather. Okay, I wild shape into an eagle and I let Brooke get on. We fly back up because we do not climb. Climb takes too much energy. Why climb when you can fly?
We do not do physical labor.
No,
What
not when you
servants
can
are
turn
for?
not when you can turn into a bird.
And you guys make your way topside. Everyone else is in Maya's magical mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Sigrid has been convinced to partake of the massage. It will be good for her nerves.
It will.
Is there a hot tub?
You know it.
Oh, yeah. Brooke's just gonna sizzle.
Welcome you guys in. I'm in like a fluffy bathrobe. I'm like, come in. I feel so much better now that I've had some relaxation.
Oh, this is a wonderful idea.
Your invisible servants has cut out the burned patches of your hair.
Yes.
Tried their best to give you a decent haircut again.
Mm-hmm.
Your hair was growing a bit
Yeah.
long.
Now it's back to being pretty short again.
Mm-hmm.
Riven's gonna go and find the deepest pool of water that you have in this spa and sleep in the bottom of it.
Just let herself
weird.
sink.
I
Mhm.
can breathe water. I'm a water genasi.
I know.
I swear I sleep.
Riven and
Meditate
Brooke
under
are
the water.
just meditating under the water.
Yep. Bottom of the
Isn't it-
water.
Isn't it weird how other creatures with lungs can breathe underwater? Oh my god, I know, right? So weird.
All the
For
time.
people to not enjoy the extra compression and relaxation of the water, it's like a blanket without being in a blanket.
I know, it's amazing. Should I tell you I can turn into a water elemental? That's just crazy.
Wait, if you turn into a water elemental, can I can breathe you.
Wait, we have to find this out. Riven swims to the top of the pool with Brooke's hand, jumps out, immediately wild shapes into a water elemental. And then, in awkward,
Gets
just goes,
breathed
get inside of me.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm inside you.
I feel like if we weren't so innocent, this would be something else.
Oh, it's so kinky, you guys. It's so fucking kinky.
I'm inside you.
This has been a very weird episode.
It has been. And on that, this is where we will end the episode.
I have
2 minutes to midnight,
yeah.
and you have a whole cave to explore next time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
Aw,
excited.
I'm not here to time.